Hello and welcome to 2018. Yes, 2018, however you want to pronounce it. And Bob the Hat is back, as am I, and a bit later in the year than I hoped. I was planning to be here sort of once a week, every week for the year, but unfortunately over Christmas I felt rather severely ill and basically couldn't do anything till at least the middle of January, and then I had a business to run, because you know last year I opened 2 studios and got a bit busy, which is great. Good problems, but you know what it's like. It's all Bob's fault anyway, because he went off pre-Christmas to visit a few friends back in Australia, and you know what he brought back with him? The damnable flu. Naughty Bob. But anyway, back, feeling much better now, and really pleased to be back into listening to some music. And of course, being ill did give me a chance to listen to quite a bit of music, so lots to catch up on. But I thought I'd start the year with an album from a band who last year absolutely thrilled me. It was almost a year ago I started this, getting back into listening to vinyl and trying to find new music, new bands, new acts. And one band came along through a recommendation on Twitter from a publishing friend, and they had a couple of EPs, and they kindly spoke to each other and got in touch and listened to them digitally, and then I got hold of some vinyl of them, done a couple of reviews, and was really impressed. And then at the end of last year they announced that they were doing a whole album. Really exciting. I thought this is going to be amazing. Surely it's going to be amazing. And I've got to tell you, it's amazing. I mean, it really is quite truly amazing. Look, it's almost in shot. Look there. Ooh, what is it? I'm not going to tell you quite yet. So the plan was, as you know, listen to new music, find new music, recommend new music, and this lot down here, you can't quite see them yet, are the definition of new music. Let me show you who it is, because it is, oh, go back a bit, it's Wotd. Who are Wotd? They're Warriors of the Dystotheque. Look, actually, it says it's not really a reveal, is it? I should have done that. Anyway, Warriors of the Dystotheque, it's their debut album, and it's called Madness in the Method, and there it is. Look at that gorgeous artwork. I fully approve of a good microphone-headed individual. On t'other side, you find more information, as you would expect for an album. A-side has 3 tracks, a hashtag, and Atom Vibe, and he mad as anything, Mos Eisley Cantina Drop. Highly recommend that. B-side has 4 tracks. It's Hot Down Here, Monsters at the Gate, Thou Shalt Not Follow, and The Future Is Ours. What's so fascinating about this band and this album particularly? It's a 4-piece band, and they're kind of electronic, meets garage, meets pop, meets rock. They're kind of everything. They've got a mission statement to create new music. They don't want to be regurgitating modern, classic kind of pop themes and tunes, and they're just different, really different. They mix hip-hop and really great sampling and beats with real traditional instrumentation, with some old school vibes in there, some garage, some really good 80s stuff. They also throw in some really beautiful soul and a little bit of pop. It's all in there, but there's also an awful lot of lo-fi grungy stuff going on. There's some really weird sounds, there's some distortion and really strange playing with production techniques and styles and musical melanges. It all comes together. It's like a soup of sound, and it is bloody amazing. I want to swear, but I'm not going to. Bloody amazing. If you want the absolute definition of new music, this here, these guys here. You're not going to discover anything here that you've heard before. Oh no, there'll be things that you kind of recognise. There's going to be themes and styles and tunes and instrumentation that you know. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to like blow your mind in a bad way. It's going to blow your mind in a great way, because this album, it's just got a bit of everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I mean, there's some tracks in here with literally a kitchen sink in there, I'm sure. They're that good of musicians. What's also interesting is that the 4 of them, they don't come together to create their music. There's one in England, Ireland, France, and a couple out in the US. It's really interesting that they all work online and they throw the tracks backwards and forwards, and it gives it a very unique sound. A really interesting electronic collaboration of styles and talents and themes. So yeah, what an album this is. Shall we have a look inside, see what's going on? Because, you know, it's vinyl. We love vinyl. Let's look at some vinyl. So here we have the inside, and the kind of interesting coloured artwork continues on the label there. There we are. And inside, It's not coloured vinyl, I'll admit. It would have been quite nice, but you know, that's costly, as we know. But what we do have here, lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, shiny and beautifully clean vinyl. And very happy with the sound quality on here. It really is a beautiful sounding album. Can't get it back in the sleeve, everybody. It's quite a tight fitting sleeve, which is good and slightly annoying at the same time. But we'll just slide him back in there. Ready? Here we go. We'll do it very carefully. There we are. And we'll put him back in his jacket. I like that. You know, a professional reviewer would do all that off screen, but I'm not. I'm just me, just Neil with Bob. And yes, so I think we should have a quick listen, just a couple of snippets to a couple of tracks. And the guys have said I can do this, so it's really, really great of them. So let's have a quick listen to a couple of the tracks. So here's our first one. I think I'm going to have to play you the thing that just blew my mind the most, the Mos Eisley Cantina Drop. So let's have a listen to that first. Here we go. Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? See what I mean? See what I mean? A little bit weird, a little bit strange, a little bit kooky. New music, brilliant stuff. It really just gets you thinking. This whole album, just time and time again, there's so much to listen to layers and layers of this. You can tell how excited I am. I'm not speaking as well as I usually do. Naughty me. So I think let's have a quick listen to another track. We'll go for the very first track on side A. This is Hashtag. So let's have a quick listen to Hashtag. Was Hashtag. Wasn't that exciting? Lovely stuff. And one more, because I really want you to get this album. I'm a really big supporter of these guys, and I really think you should have a listen to a little bit more, just to make sure, just to get it through your head that you really do need to buy this album. So we'll just have a little bit, and let's have a little bit that features one of the guys from Wotd Lp itself. So here's Monsters at the Gate.
1% vintage high society. Aftertaste of anxiety. 1% vintage high society. Aftertaste of anxiety. We're widows, monsters at the gates, you know. Flash mob back to God. We'll drill the message home. We're widows.
Wasn't that good? Bob Williams itself. Doesn't he do it? It's just a lovely sounding, odd, new music. New, very new. It's new. Look, big finger, new. It's that new. This new music. You're going to love it. Back in the day when I used to do a bit of A&R work, this is the sort of, I didn't know what I wanted. You know, well, you never do really. I mean, you can go out and try and plan for what you want to find. I never really knew what I wanted. Had this come across my desk, I would have signed these guys immediately. Not quite sure how I would have sold them to the rest of the label, but this was what I was after now. I know that. It might have been a slightly different thing because it was like the mid-90s, but if I was doing A&R now, this. It's really great that they put this out on their own record label, but if I were a label out there now looking to invest in really creative, inventive musicians, these are the guys I would go for. Also reminds me of the sort of stuff we were looking for back in my BBC radio days. You know, if the god John Peel was still here, I'd be knocking on his office door telling him this. I'd have bought him a copy of this and gone, listen to this. You know, Steve Lamacq, oi mate, down the pub, let's have a listen. And if he hasn't had a listen to it yet, which I'm sure he probably has, this is the one. I know the lovely Eddie Temple Morris is a backer of the boys, so that's great. to know. So anyone in radio and broadcasting and telly that's looking for new music to champion, gotta go for this one. Madness in the Method, Warriors of the Dystotheque. I'm going to leave a link at the end of the video for you to go and buy this. Buy it. You really should. There's digital, of course. You don't have to get vinyl. This is a vinyl channel. We love the vinyl. I've got the vinyl. Look, there's a nice big white space. I can probably see if I can get them to sign it for me. That would be a good plan. So all in all, it's 155 out of 10. Would have been 156 out of 10, but sod it. 156 out of 10. And well done, guys. Really impressed. As a debut album, what more could I ask for? For someone who's looking for new music, creativity, interesting use of instrumentation, brilliant use of production techniques, classical music techniques, electronic music techniques, sampling techniques, all the things I've grown up loving and listening to and championing. It's all on here, and what more could I ask for? Oh, a second album. Get on with it. Right, come on, get on with it, guys. You can do it. You can do it. And that's it. From me, very excited, Neil. And from Bob the Hat, he's excited. You just can't tell he's been professional. We'll see you very soon for more from the Listening Nook. Bye!